hi, thanks for joining us here on Stuff. My name's Allison Lanthorn, and today we're going to talk about hats. As many of you may already know, I love hats. It's quite obvious from all the hats that I have around here. Okay, you can see I have many, many hats. Do you have many hats? I love hats. So let's get started. First, we're going to start with this hat. What's this hat called? It's a particular type of hat that a particular type of person wears. Do you know anyone who wears this type of hat? This is called a hard hat. It's a hard hat because it's hard. So this is why it's called a hard hat. Why do people wear these? People wear hard hats to protect their heads in case they're working on a construction site. Okay, if they're on a construction site and something falls, well, they need to protect their head. So this is a hard hat, okay? And I can put it on, all right, or I can take it off, okay? So to put on, ponerse, to take off, quitarse, okay? So I can put it on or I can take it off, okay? So remember, this is a hard hat. Remember that, all right? Let's take a look at what other kinds of hats I have. I also have here a sun hat. This hat is great for when you're in the sun. Has a very wide brim. It's made of a very light ligero, a very light material, okay? And this one has polka dots. That's right, it has polka dots, okay? And this hat is perfect for the sun or for the beach, okay? And remember, I can put it on or I can take it off. Now, I also have another hat that I like to wear, not so much in the sun, but in the summertime, okay? But I can only wear this hat on special occasions. So let's take a look at what I have. This is a nice sun hat, but it's very, very elegant, okay? It's very nice for a wedding, okay, or for a special event. That's why I keep it in a special hat box. Do you have any special hats? Have you ever worn a hat to a wedding? Remember, wedding, una boda. Have you ever worn a hat to a wedding? I'm gonna put my hat back now because I like to take care of my hats. Okay, so let's take a look at what other kinds of hats I have. I also have here the newsboy hat, or what we like to call also the Gatsby hat, okay? This is a very nice hat because it's very fashionable, okay? You can wear it on one side, you can wear it backwards, you can wear it on another side, okay? So this is the newsboy hat, all right? And this is another one, okay? This one is made of wool, of lana. This one is made of wool, and this one is made of suede. It's made of ante, suede, okay? I have another hat that's similar to the newsboy hat, but it's called a beret. I'm sure you've heard of a beret before. You probably know it as a boina. Very traditional in northern Spain to wear a boina. Again, it's called a beret. Be careful with the pronunciation. It's not a beret, okay? It's not a beret. The T is silent. It's a beret. Remember, we have many words in English in which some of the letters are silent, and this is one of them. Other words that are like this are filet, un filet. Un filet is a steak, okay? And again, we don't pronounce the T. Also, ballet. Do you like the ballet? I love going to the ballet. Again, we don't pronounce the T. Beret, filet, ballet. Okay, and finally, I have one other type of hat that's very, very special. I have the top hat. That's right, this is a top hat. I'm sure you've seen somebody wearing a top hat before. Abraham Lincoln used to wear a top hat. Abraham Lincoln used to wear a top hat. Abraham Lincoln antes llevaba un top hat. La gente suele equivocar. They usually say used to when they want to say usually. So be careful. Used to means antes. So Abraham Lincoln used to wear a top hat. Who else wears top hats? Can you think of another person who wears a top hat for their job? What about a magician, un mago? A magician has to wear a top hat for his job. It's part of his attire. So he usually wears a top hat. And when he wears a top hat, he usually pulls something out of the top hat. Don't expect me to pull anything out of the top hat. I'm no magician, okay? So again, let's do a quick recap. We have the top hat, we have the newsboy cap, or remember the beret, remember the pronunciation, and the sun hat and the hard hat, okay? So remember all these different types of hats. I hope you've enjoyed the show. You've learned a lot of different vocabulary. It's been great having us with you. So review the vocabulary that you learned, and we hope to see you next time here on Stuff. Thank you.